And which quest is this? Oh, this is No Face. Finally, some meteorite. Oh, I did figure out that, oh, I wonder if this is how we get into the second area. Now I want to know the song. Yeah, I don't know what I don't even know how I would possibly find it. Honestly, I bet if you just, I bet I could find it actually. Let me, in 2 seconds, if I just look up shorts and I look up, Weeping Angels. No. Maybe Doctor Who Weeping Angels creepy music. Maybe that'll bring it up. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, that's it. Wait, can you hear that? I don't know how loud that is. I might have to kind of talk so that way my mic picks it up.
Fun.
But this is the music.
Doctor, look at this.
Hang on.
Is it smiling?
Yeah, this is the part that we'll hear a lot. So the short is called Had Them Right Where It Wanted Them by Let's Play. L-E-T-Z-Z Play. The music is called, it's called Sonne, S-O-N-N-E, and is by Rammstein. That's what the song's called. It's right there in the right there in the comments.
Who goes there?
So you have a cool axe that I would possibly like.
Your gold belongs to us now. This is my lucky day.
Oh, brother. Okay, I can't let him hit me.
We'll make short work of you. Your money or your life? Your money or your life? Your road ends here. You'll regret this.
It's Sonne, not Sun. Oh, okay. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Is it a different? I'm assuming it's a different language.
You're no match for our man.
Get out of my face. German? You probably know the song. Yes, I do know the song Du hast. Du hast. Ravencrest Executioner. Let's rest until morning. Oh. I know that was quick. Lockpicking? Oblivion Remastered can suck it. This system is way better. Yes, it is a direct ripoff from Skyrim, but is just 100% better. Just not even close. I also do Frere Frey. I have no idea about that one. Maybe I've heard it. I've never watched the movie though, so maybe not. But there's a lot of songs that like I've heard before. I just couldn't pull the name out of a hat if I wanted to. Oh wait, can I go this way, or is it gonna say that I can't go here?
Still a part of me buried in this place.
Okay, so that's the second.
I can feel it stirring.
Yeah, so that's the second area.
We must find it before we move on.
Okay, so we gotta find, basically we gotta find Excalibur before we move on to the next location. Okay, do I want to go up here? Yeah, let's explore up here. Huh. The ancient cave. The Mistbearer's Den. Oh, wait, and we can go in here? Oh, wait, hold up. The last Mistbearer we saw was super freaky.
Even you're silent. There's nothing for you here, Wanderer. The doors are closed. And if I couldn't open them, you won't either.
I disagree. Who are you?
Tyrannus of the Thurs tribe. Dalriata. And you?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Great minds think alike. And apparently they're drawn to the same places. If you're set on going further, you'll need every bit of life force you have. A curse for killing a member of the Thurs tribe could take half of it.
What is this place?
I thought that since you're here, you'd know what lies behind these stone doors.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Many have tried. I thought I was worthy, but I keep failing. I've been camped here for 3 moons. There's no life for me outside this cave. If I can't get through, this is where my story ends.
And if I open these doors, what awaits me?
A meeting.
What will I meet?
It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, only a scant few ever returned to their tribes. Look for the mist, and in the mist for antlers and an evil eye. They say its feet don't touch the ground, though those are the words of the madman who somehow survived an encounter with it. We call them the Mist Bearers.
You want to hunt a Mistbearer.
Everyone from Thoid wants to face one of those wraiths, and I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are priceless and can be used for strong magic. If you manage to slay the Mistbearer, I'll pay you in gold for everything you bring back. At least I'll get something out of this pointless mission. Then maybe I'll invite you to further collaboration.
All right, well, what do you mean?
Return alive and you'll find out. Good luck, Wanderer. May fate be kinder to you than it has been to me.
We'll give it a shot. I mean, man, the last one... The last one we saw was massive, so I'm a little bit concerned. Yeah. See, like that. The fact that I can still see his... Like, I can still access his corpse, but he's not here. Like, these guys, the Corpse Eaters do it all the time. I don't know what the issue is, but it's only really been happening with certain enemies. Corpse Eater being one of those that happens the most. If not really the only one. Yeah, see, he's like here now. He kind of tweaks out every once in a while, depending on what angle I'm viewing him at. I don't really understand it. There were some pigs that were doing it before. Obviously, the worst one, like I said, was the boss, which really sucks, because she had a really nice sword that I would have loved to have. It would have really fit this playthrough. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of accessing it. I tried to look up it, because, like, they didn't allow you to access the console, even on PC. Well, I'm hoping they get ironed out. You know, it's one of those things like, because the fact that I'm thinking about, like, Elder Scrolls, right? Like, Elder Scrolls still, like, every Elder Scrolls game still has those issues as well. And now, granted, that's a different company. I will concede that fact. So I shouldn't assume that every issue that plays Elder Scrolls will also plague, you know, Tainted Grail. But a lot of it could just be ironed out if they... Okay, well, this is going to be an example of something you won't find in Elder Scrolls. I saw it for 2 seconds. There's no way I'm reading through... There's no way I'm reading through that. Brother. Yeah. You know, there's stuff like that in this game. There was a guy in a jail. He had some interesting artwork behind him. There's a lot of that kind of stuff I've been finding. Okay, so we've just gone around in a circle. Yeah, so I really shouldn't, you know, put all those woes on Questline, because they very well may patch them out. I mean, really, I think a lot of solutions could, a lot of ways that you could fix it, honestly, is just let PC players have access to the console. Yeah, as an adult, mature themes are okay. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, you know, games that, like, they know what they are. They know they're going for a mature audience, for a more mature audience. Well, there's Garlic, too. And, you know, they lean into it. It's like, who cares? Because, like, if I had access to the console, I could just spawn the weapon that I lost. Right? I mean, obviously, it opens up, you know, people to, like, oh, I'm gonna make myself, you know, untouchable, give myself 10 million health. But it's like, who cares? It's a single player game. If people want to cheat, like, just let them cheat. There's a community that's working on, like, a cheat tool for this game. It's been a long time, though. The forum I found was from, like, 2 years ago, so it was, they were working on the early access version. So I don't know if they're doing anything for this full game, but, like, I don't know. People have just been used to that in Elder Scrolls. I feel like it should just, like, kind of be a given that you put it in this game. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on I don't know. It's tough for me to say because I don't know the game developer side of it. You know, I don't know if there is a reason that you shouldn't or couldn't be able to put something like that in the game. I don't really, from my perspective, it doesn't seem like there could be, but, you know, there could definitely be a technical reason why you wouldn't want to do that. There could even be a creative reason why you wouldn't want to do that. But kind of like with Oblivion Remastered, right? With you know, the fact that I didn't really know what kind of build I wanted to do, so I kept changing it up, which meant that I would need to reset my stats, reset my skills. Like, having access to the console allowed me to do that. Hey, come on, we're freaking PC players. Let us do the things that console players can't do. Ooh, Eternal Guardian Shield increases max health by 3. Flaming Cloak. Hey, we're finally getting some actual cloaks. Slowly burns nearby enemies. Well, that's never going to get put on. Don't have nearly enough practicality for that. Well, that's an interesting place for a barrel. Gotta remember, I need to be working on my one-handed magic. It's definitely a lot lower level than my one-handed melee. Any hidden chests around here? I'm assuming I can't crawl under this. Yeah. Well, alright then. What the heck is up with this? Yep, that's a save point. If I've ever seen one, that's a save point. Alrighty, let's wake this thing up. If it's what I think it is... Oh, this is not what I thought it was. Oh, that design is freaking cool, though. Oh, where's he going? Where's he going? Okay. Oh, man. My computer's freaking out right now. I don't think it likes all this mist. Oh, my God. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't him. Shoot. Where'd he go? Oh, there's multiple mist bearers. Shoot, I missed. Ah, there we go. Nice. Dude, see, like... See, like, what the hell? Now I gotta load this whole freaking fight again. Like, that's such a pain in the ass. Like... Dude, enemies just falling into the floor is so obnoxious. Unless he just doesn't drop anything? See, but this is what happens, This is what happened on the other boss. Yeah, but the other one was a blood abomination. Yeah, I'm gonna load again. It's not a difficult fight, so I'm gonna try it again. That's what happened on the other fight, where like it popped items up on the side that said like, you know, like there was a the Thunderlash spell. It happened in the Blood Abomination too, and then I didn't pick anything up on the corpse. And I found out later that there is stuff that you can find on the corpse, but I obviously didn't get access to it. So let me just kill it again and see if maybe it dropping it a different way loads in the loot. Where's the real one? Yeah, see how it says in the bottom corner? It says, like, I got Thunderlash. Yeah, so I guess he just doesn't drop anything. I'm gonna be grumpy if I find out later that he does drop something, but... I mean, yeah, he just disappeared into the ground again, so maybe he's supposed to do that. Okay, I'm gonna kind of play with the assumption that's the case. Normally, normally I wouldn't think anything of it, I don't think, but because of the fact that it happened in another fight where, you know, the loot just disappeared because the body went through the ground, now it's got me kind of, you know, paranoid about that. But I could access his body from there, and it didn't seem like, yeah, you know, stuff like this happens, where, like, there's a step that I literally can't walk over. There's some jankiness like that. But, yeah, getting burned once, you know, makes me question that, but I don't know, like you said, he's a ghost, so him kind of like, that might be their way of having him like disappear. It just, because it looks kind of janky of him just like slithering into the ground, it's like, could you not have just like turned his opacity down to make him disappear? Oh, I think I missed a turn somewhere. Oh yeah, I was supposed to turn right there. Luckily that fight wasn't much of a pain though, so I didn't mind doing it again.
Even you did it. Impressed. I wish I'd been the one to face the Mistbearer, but I bow to the one who managed to slay it.
But yeah, you can see how the combat is definitely, it's a little bit fast. It's a little bit more fast paced. Now, to be fair, with the playthrough that we were doing here on the channel, difficulty was all over the place because I kept changing it. But I think just the fact that they added some movement mechanics, plus you have the parry, which you can do if you don't want to be dodging. I just didn't like the system. There's more play to the combat. It's not just run up, swing a bunch, then when you're out of stamina, they're going to hit you back. You can actually, like, get out of combat. So one of the enemies that I keep going back to whenever I have to, like, explain how the combat is better. So there's a bounty system in this game where there's a bounty board in the main town, and you can find different bandits to, like, hunt down, and then you can bring their head back to town, and you'll get a bunch of XP and a bunch of gold. One of the ones that we fought was up on, like, kind of like a castle wall, but it was really skinny. Maybe in terms of person, it's probably only like 6 feet wide, roughly. So if you dodge side to side, you're pretty likely to fall off. Don't ask me how I know that. But as you're fighting this guy, he's just using a one-handed sword, so, you know, he'll swing at you. If you go too far away from me, he'll start chucking daggers at you. But the cool thing about him is his AI was smart enough that, because you can't dodge side to side, really, you kind of either have to dodge backwards or forwards. So what I would do is I would dodge, like, you know, if we're standing like this, face to face, right? This bad guy. I would dodge to the back side of him and flip around. But what he does is, if you dodge when he swings forward, he'll then spin around using that momentum and attack behind him. So it's not enough that you just dodge behind him. You also have to, like, keep backing up. So stuff like that's cool. How they added different mechanics in like that, so that it's not just clang, 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 clang. Oh, one of us is dead. Like, there's actual like combat. Like AI isn't the right term, but, you know, there's actual combat mechanics to certain enemies.
Excellent. And here's your reward.
You mentioned something about further collaboration.
Yes, I did. With your courage, you've proven yourself a worthy candidate for the ranks of the Alchemists Guild. And
that's pretty good for us being a blood witcher.
Confident about a new guild member. So, if you're interested, I might have a few assignments for you.
Hopefully some new potions too. I'm in. So what do I do now? What's my first task?
We have a valuable member, a researcher of the weirdness named Eckhart from Connacht. A very wise man. I have my own mission to
They
complete,
just skipped an
so find
entire
out why
sentence
he
of
has
dialogue
abandoned
there.
us falls to you. I'll mark his workshop on your map. If something unfortunate has happened to him, at the very least, recover his research. Let's meet at the statue of the Morning Harpist in Connacht.
Okay, so this is leading into Act 2, it seems, because Connacht is the big wooden door that we couldn't make our way through. But like that was another one where, so the first, this is actually kind of a little bit interesting, maybe not really, but so in the first kind of review session that I played, there were really only two bosses that I fought. There's the very first boss you fight where you get the ultimate power to like slow down time. And literally, it's just a tutorial on how to use that power. It's not exciting at all. The second boss that I fought was a necromancer. And that's kind of where all my initial issues about the combat spawned, where he spawns two undead. And my initial thought was, well, let's just slash him with a sword. That obviously didn't work because I run out of stamina. I think I was also under-leveled for that quest as well. But you run out of stamina, and then there's him and two skeletons beating on you, and you die pretty quickly. So my thought was, okay, maybe I need to have these skeletons run away with me. I fight the skeletons, and then I go back and fight him. Starting to sound familiar from the last fight. And I was like, well, that didn't work, because as soon as I killed a skeleton, he just summoned another one. And he was also throwing fireballs at me. So nothing was really working. Ultimately, what it came down to is just pop my ultimate, smash him a bunch, hope I get him low enough, and then continue slashing. And so I was a little bit worried because all of the hard enemies I had fought in that first 4 hours that I played, they definitely seemed like they were just stamina fests, which to me felt a bit more like Elder Scrolls. There wasn't a lot of strategy to be made. But kind of like I mentioned with that dude who attacks behind him, there was the blood amalgamation, which had some interesting, like, summon mechanics. This one also had some summon mechanics. Basically, what I thought was going to be that necromancer fight, where, you know, you have to defeat the summons, and then once you do, it knocks the main one down. You can go back in and start fighting. So far, there definitely have been some bosses that are just kind of stamina fests. A lot of, like, the bounties, the bandits, are just kind of like regular fights. But once you get into these more, like, actual boss arena fights, there starts to be more mechanics built into them. Alright, so let's go ahead and level up. Oh, I have 2 levels that I haven't done. So we're going to get our spirituality up to 8. And we're going to kind of keep these strength and dexterity tied together. So skill trees... ideally, so if we go into, I think we're just going to get more max mana, because we're turning max health is increased by 20% of your max mana. So if we're getting additional 20, that's giving us, what is that, an extra 4 HP? Is that right? Yeah. Not much, but it's something. Let's restore our power here. So now we have our ultimate again. And let's go ahead and rest till morning. Wait, what is that quest? Behind the curtain. Oh, okay. That's... I'm gonna have to do that later. That's not what I could do now. So I think we're going to do this one next. To be fair, actually, now that I think about it, the drops from that boss, we do get Thunder Lash, Which is kind of funny because it's literally the spell we use to beat it. Like, it's a really powerful spell. So that actually makes sense. I was thinking like, oh, why didn't I get some cool gear? But it doesn't matter when you have a freaking powerful lightning bolt spell. So that's probably why we didn't get any gear, because it actually gave us some good, good weaponry. Ooh, Bloodthorn? Let's see. So we did get new veteran armor. Can't wear it. Max stamina increased by 10. That's not that great. Anyway. Oh, wait. Is Bloodthorn... What is this? Physical damage by 5%. I think I would rather have the crit. So what was the Bloodthorn then? It's a weapon relic. Hitting a target has 5% chance to restore 5 health. That's not bad. This is worthless. My health is scaling so much higher. I don't need that. Attacks against targets at full health are always crits, which I already have on my spear. Ignores enemy blocks. It's pretty good. If you're going for a strength build, it's pretty good. Ooh, more druids. Ooh, we're gonna get a nice little one-hand level up. Or magic level up. Nice. Looks like there's some more cobwebs down there. Yeah, I ended up... So, for a lot of the playthrough, I didn't really know how I wanted to build my character, and a lot of it came down to like what equipment I was getting and what stats I needed to equip said items. And after playing a while, I ended up this morning using an origin potion to switch up all my stats, because the magic I was using it was still like the starter magic. It wasn't super powerful, and so I swapped into... I really didn't have to swap many points, but I added some more into spirituality so that I could use the stronger spells, and they are freaking strong compared to what I was using before. It's like over double the damage of the spells I had. Oh, frick. But I'm still a little bit hesitant about what I want for my 4th loadout. So right now I have this two-handed spear, which does double damage when my mana is below 50% of its max, which honestly I need something that hits a lot harder or that costs a lot more mana to get there faster. Because my main spell here, this one that drains, it costs mana to drain, but if I want to just make people bleed, it actually costs my health instead of mana. I have this fire spell, but the blast is so close up that it's not great. And then we have this lightning spell that we used for that fight that we can charge up to chain lightning. That's really strong. Dual wielding, well, so dual wielding is... like, it's technically an option, right? Like, you can do it in the game. I don't know if there's a big necessity for me to do it, right? Because otherwise, like, I'm just more likely to keep on, like, this is my primary setup right here. I don't know what situation I would necessarily want to dual wield in, because I don't really want to build in, because if I were to go more of like a parry build, I would kind of need to spec into the parry tree, which is, I don't want to spread myself out too thinly. So I was thinking about maybe just using a bow sometimes, but again, it's like what the frick? What is going on? I don't know what this is. This is brand new. I have never experienced that. That was freaky. Oh, I think it was a little like mini like side quest type thing because now Arthur has a new memory. Man, I couldn't see anything in that mist. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe it did get added to the pool. Or maybe it's like after you do that, it, you know, it opens up that like I'm thinking like in RuneScape when you would have those like mystery events that would pop up. That were really just there to test if you were an actual player or a bot. Which I didn't learn about until later, which was kind of funny. Yeah, they literally needed a way to test, like, if you were doing too many repetitive actions. Oh, frick. Okay, let's go ahead and... I mean, I don't need armor if you're just dead. Dude, get freaking blasted. Oh, and archers in this game are deadly freaking accurate. If you're not dodging, they will hit you. There we go. Nothing worth it. Where'd that other one go? Right here. Oh, I should probably fight that bear. I don't have any more bear claws, so just in case I need to get some more of those. Actually, let's get some bleeds going on this bear. Nice. And, like, the fact that enemies will actually dodge your projectiles is also a really nice addition. It can definitely be annoying. There are definitely some enemies that will dodge more than others. The, I keep forgetting what they're called. I want to call them, like, skin eaters or something. Corpse eaters, I think they're called. Like, they'll dodge you a lot. If you're just, like, hurling magic at them, they won't start out dodging you, but then they'll kind of learn. What am I stuck on? Why can't I move? I can't move forward. Oh, there we go. That was weird. No, I literally can't move past this. What is going on? I have no idea what happened there. I literally couldn't move forward. I could only move left or right.